Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Wednesday.
Wednesday. Some people call it hump day. Some people call it evaluation day.
Do you?
I do, yes. I got
Mhm.
emails this morning. Happy hump day, Brian, and happy hump day this. You know why they call it a hump day?
Because you're getting over the hump
of the week.
Mm.
They live their life. If you could just make it through Monday and Tuesday, now that Wednesday's here, you're over the hump on Wednesday and you can coast through Thursday and Friday until you get to the weekend where you get to live finally.
Yeah.
That means if there's 7 days in a week, that means you're choosing to only really live
on 2.
Yeah, on 2 days of the week. Oh my gosh. That means 30% of the time you're choosing to live. So 70% of the time you're not.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, we know we have a different concept for Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
We actually look at Wednesday as a great time to evaluate where you've been so far and what's going on in what's going right and what you could do differently. And we are going to talk about it amongst other things. Today we do have a topic, you and your imagination.
You and your imagination. I can't wait. We got Dr. Deborah here on a day where we're going to talk about you and your imagination. Oh, Dr.
It's
Deborah.
just my imagination once again. Running away with me.
Come on, man. Hey. Your imagination running away with you? No, it's not.
Well, we're going to get it in and talk about it. We'll be right back in a moment.
Good morning, my name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to you each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Like. Good morning, good morning, good morning again. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy Wednesday, babe.
Happy Wednesday.
We hope that your day has gotten off to a great start.
Ours sure has. So I want to talk to you guys today about some stuff. Now, first off, thank you for being here. Good morning, Miss Phyllis. Good morning, Dr. Deborah. We appreciate you guys both being here. And as a matter of fact, I appreciate that both of you are over the age of 50. Okay. And so are we. We're all over the age of 50. And I think that's important too.
Okay.
Because what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about you and your imagination.
Now, typically by the time you reach around 10 or 12, your imagination has almost been siphoned out of you.
You can get in trouble for it. You know, stop daydreaming.
He is always daydreaming.
Okay. You can't do that. You get enough of those, you can't do that. When I grow up, I'm going to have this kind of car. I'm going to live in this kind of house. You can't do that.
Or it becomes the type of imagination that you're only allowed to imagine things that have already become common to most people.
Yeah. Nobody in my family has done it, but if our family has done it before, if somebody we know has done it, then that's possible.
Realistic imagination.
Yeah. But if we can't think of nobody in the family that's done it or nobody we know has done it, not realistic.
Or if it's never been done or talked about.
We don't got millionaires in our family, so you can't be a millionaire.
Well, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about it in terms about what about the imagination that I can fly in my shoes, that I don't even need to be in an airplane to transport. The imagination that might allow you to just take off from where you were and arrive where you're going.
We probably will see that in our lifetime, Lord willing. Flying our shoes. Remember the show The Jetsons? Look at how many things of the Jetsons are real now. How about FaceTime? That's the Jetson stuff, man.
All of these things in imagination, I believe that they were available then too.
You think so?
Yep.
Mm.
I don't think that they
Well,
were
they weren't
very
available
much
to the common man.
imaginations. Right. They were not very much imaginations. They just weren't as widely accepted because we've got the hovercraft, we've got the video phone, we've got the microwave, we've also got what do you call it? MREs, meals ready to eat.
Yeah.
Right. So those pills that Jane,
yeah,
she used to put in the machine and they would make dinner with the pill.
Well, I've had an MRE.
Exactly.
It comes already in a pack.
Right.
Okay.
But they have pills that have the protein, the vitamin,
Sure.
the whatever that you can just take. So, I mean, it might not be good yet, but it is.
So, imagination. I want to share some stuff with you guys that I learned today.
Good morning, Miss Glenda. Miss Glenda walked with me this morning.
She did. Lisa got her walk on. I'm so proud of her. She's been getting her walk on twice a day. I'm very, very excited for my wife's walking journey. It motivates me that she's doing it. And she motivated me this morning. I actually got on the treadmill after Lisa did today and did me a walk as well. Because I was feeling, my spirit was pricked. Because I had been saying for days, this week I'm going to start. And I hadn't already at the third day.
For 2 days. Don't allow your imagination to run away with you. You were saying it for days, but for 2 days, because sometimes we make things bigger or smaller
that's true.
than they need to be.
2 days and I didn't do it. And one of those days, I got stopped from doing it because I had an emergency phone call.
Yes, exactly. So there were mitigating circumstances.
There was. That's another good, cool word, mitigating.
Mitigating.
She said she loves walking with the group.
Absolutely. So do I, Glenda. I am grateful for my accountability walking buddies. If you would like to walk with us, we walk Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. and Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 7 p.m.
So 3 days, you can do it twice a day with the group.
Mm-hmm.
And so the group, y'all guys are walking, y'all guys are talking.
Mm-hmm.
That's really, really cool virtually.
We're walking, we're talking, we're encouraging each other and supporting each other. Shout out to Ms. Vivian.
Look at that. We couldn't do that years ago.
No, exactly. So Ms. Vivian is in New York, and we had Sincere, Evan, and I think Amanda are in Georgia.
Yeah.
And Glenda, where were you at? I wasn't sure where you are at, but I'm in North Carolina, and we're all getting up. Somebody else, no, somebody is not in. Somebody's in a different time zone.
That is amazing.
That walks with us. So she's actually an hour earlier getting her walk on.
That's amazing. That you guys are New York, Georgia, North Carolina, and some other states walking together because of devices.
Yes.
Somebody imagined that. Someone had to imagine.
Someone used their imagination that became a vehicle to encourage us. She's in Kings Mountain, North Carolina.
Right.
Okay.
That's like 40 minutes from here, from Charlotte. I think. Yeah, about 40 minutes.
And on the I want to say next week on the 2nd, I will be walking or exercising with a gentleman from Canada.
Sartre?
Yes.
Yes.
Sart. Yeah. So you know what? We got a lot of things that we couldn't even imagine before.
Now, I learned something new about imagination today. Now, I've heard Einstein's quote before, and you've heard Einstein's quote. Einstein said that imagination is everything. And different business pundits and speakers have taken Einstein's quote of imagination is everything, and they've attached stuff to it. Like imagination is more important than education. He didn't say that part, but people add stuff to Einstein's part. Okay. Mm-hmm. Einstein said imagination is everything. Well, Steve Harvey today taught me something. He taught me that Einstein's quote is the second half of a quote in the Bible that you all know. The quote in the Bible that you all know.
Good morning, Tarnas. Good morning, Jacqueline.
Good morning, Jacqueline. He says Einstein's quote about imagination is everything is a paraphrase from the quote in the Bible that you know. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Hebrews 11:1. It actually starts now faith.
Now faith. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, sweetheart. Now faith is
welcome, sweetheart.
The evidence of things not seen. Now, that part, the evidence of things not seen, when you imagine something, other people cannot see your imagination. That means your imagination is unseen. That's what faith is. And he went down the line about if you can imagine it, God put that imagination in you, and you can have that thing, be that thing, go to that place, because it's your imagination. And he also went on the line about how do you kill an imagination is to tell it to small-minded people. Okay, but when I heard that today, like, oh my Lord, God has given me these imaginations of doing these things, so he's equipping me to get it done. I guess as long as I have it written down and I can see it and I can run toward it, because I do have mine written down. I do have them written down.
Absolutely. Imaginations are visions and dreams, and God promised them for us. He said, old men shall dream dreams. He has given us these imaginations for this time, but understand that your imagination, just like Brian was referencing, it's not for everybody.
Amen.
It's not for everybody, and sometimes it's simply not for everybody now.
Yes. Good morning, Ms. Vivian.
Understand that doesn't mean that your imagination is not going to manifest. It doesn't mean that that there's anything wrong with your imagination. It simply means that sometimes your imagination is not for now or not for them.
Definitely not for them, because your imagination is very much for you. It may not be for them, like right now, like Lisa said. Shouts out to the parents who let children release their children back into public school today. I saw pictures of Melissa Price's girls started back school today.
That's right. So we probably won't see Melissa on this morning. She's probably out doing mommy duty. And if I know Melissa, she's probably going to be a room mom at some point. And I just look forward to sending her love and light and encouragement.
Her kids went to school, hadn't been to school in over a year, 2 years.
Well, her kids were not in.
Right.
She's been homeschooling.
But she sent them to school today.
Yes.
So she's in the woods somewhere with her dog.
Free at last. Free at last.
That's what she is.
Thank God Almighty. Free at last. Hey, Miss Vivian. Miss Vivian was our cheerleader today. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful that she thought it not robbery to come on and join us, even though she was in what some might consider a precocious position. Miss Vivian was actually taking her treatment this morning in the dialysis center. Not chemo, dialysis. Okay.
Dialysis treatment.
And she was encouraging us. She put a filter on and she was making silly faces.
Oh, gosh.
And it's okay. She became valuable to the inspiration of the group. So it was a matter of, you know what? I can't walk today because I got to be hooked up to this daggone machine, but I'm going to make the best of it. And I'm excited and glad and thankful that you did.
That's awesome.
Hey, Katura.
Good morning, Katura. Katura Green, how you doing? I want to talk about you and your imagination. How important it is.
And your imagination.
And are you willing to imagine bigger? Imagine bigger.
Imagine bigger, I guess. Imagine bigger. Sometimes I think before you get to bigger, you've got to get to possible. You've got to decide that you can imagine against the norm.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, let's run it parallel with each other. What you're willing to imagine and what you're willing to ask God for. Okay? What you're willing to ask God for. Are you willing to ask God to help you pay your bills? Or are you willing to ask God for a mortgage? Okay? Are you willing to imagine just barely paying your bills? Or are you willing to ask for a mortgage? Imagine a mortgage. Okay? If we run it that way, then the statement of, are you willing to imagine bigger might make more sense.
It could, but I don't want to waste my imagination on any of those things.
Okay.
I create with my imagination.
Let's talk about it then.
I like to create things that have not ever been seen or shaped before. It's almost an art form for me to imagine the possibility of something that doesn't yet, like imagining paying a bill or imagine paying a mortgage. Imagine those imaginations, both of them are possible. It's like, okay, why imagine something that's
It's
coming.
too small. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So, but
Hey, Brittany, good morning.
the way I was hearing you, I was trying to follow your line. It sounded like your creativity was cropping up more. That you're wanting to be creative or willing to be more creative with your imagination.
Well, I think that's what the imagination is for.
Okay.
Now, I understand what you're saying. That sometimes we limit our imagination. We don't even use it. We don't use it at all for anything, let alone for what it's for or what it could not be for. Like, we don't even bother with it. But if I think in terms of
now, when you say we, who you talk about?
Well, I can include me in a we.
You're talking about the people in general.
People in general,
Okay.
Yeah. People in general.
Not just us two.
No, not just us.
Okay.
Not just us. When I think about imagination, the first character in the Bible that comes up to mind is Joseph.
Good morning, Sister Gwen Brown. How you doing?
Hey, Gwen. Good morning.
Why Joseph?
Because Joseph had been giving an imagination for things that had to be interpreted, right? So he was given the imagination of the sun, the moon, and the stars would all bow down to him, right? That was an imagination. That was a vision that was given to him, but it was supposed to be for him. And he was so excited about it, he shared it with his father and his brothers in a room.
And they thought he was
being high-minded because they interpreted against themselves. They said, what do you mean we're going to bow down to you? Right? So they interpreted against themselves instead of the intention of the interpretation was that he was going to have a position of great authority and that they would need that authority one day. So sometimes the dream, it could benefit those that are hearing it, but simply they're not yet in a position to be willing to receive it.
Amen. This is Let's Talk About It. And that lady is Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And this guy is Brian K. McNeill.
And together we make up what we call the Empowerment Duo. This show is called Let's Talk About It. We talk about personal conversations on this show.
Business information.
And spiritual inspiration.
And spiritual inspiration with a little bit of shenanigans thrown in.
Yep.
Hey, Melissa made it.
Melissa, we was talking about you.
Melissa made it. How did the morning get off? How did the girls get off? How did everything work out for you? Today, Melissa, I know was the first day, not just the first day, but the first day of school and the first day in school for the girls, Charlotte and Sophie, for I think ever. I think they've been homeschooled from the beginning. And now they're going into the school system. So shout out to mom.
So how do you feel about that, Melissa? Now, Lisa and I was talking about it. If the girls are gone today, I said that Melissa's going to probably be somewhere in the woods with her dog.
That's right, Dr. Deborah. Everybody is not ready to hear your dreams, visions, and imagination. Absolutely. I got bit up in the garage. Between last night and today, those bugs got snacks.
My oldest granddaughter, Aubrey, she started second grade today. And I love this post that her mom made. She asked her daughter what she wanted to achieve in second grade. And her daughter, Aubrey, my grandbaby, she said she says, besides, I'm going to get good grades, but besides the good grades, I want to get a lot of something bucks. Her school has
Beaver bucks.
So she can get a big prize.
Incentives.
Now, Beaver bucks, I guess they get it when they do something good or behave well or volunteer or something, whatever. But the beaver, she's already imagining getting enough beaver bucks to get a big prize, and her imagination getting good grades is a given. That warmed me up so much.
Yes. All right. I got to read this. Melissa says, sorry I'm late. I just finished cutting the grass. Stress cleaning. LOL. They were very brave and no one cried except for Nate and I after they walked in.
Oh my God.
I know they're going to be great. And Papa, you're right. I'm taking the dog for a long hike on the greenway through the woods at 10 a.m. Staying busy today. Beaver bugs. # don't forget to have sex.
Right.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So, how are you using your imagination? We had a what do you call it? A troll just came in and I blocked them, and they don't realize that we are in control of our destiny around here. Yeah. But it's okay. Hey, Dr. Beverly. Hey, great people. Good morning.
So the topic today is you and your imagination. Are you willing to still use it? You know, Lisa talked earlier how it gets sucked out of you, beaten out of you, dampened down as a child a lot of times. And adults even. When you try and fail and get your butt kicked a few times, you know, then you stop imagining. Sometimes you even stop trying altogether.
Yeah, and I think also because we have so much social media, streaming information, everything thrown at us, we don't even bother to use our own imagination. We borrow somebody else's imagination.
Sad to say, I even there's another one. I even
give them a chance.
Suggest to people sometimes.
Yes.
It's not a real name. Get rid of it.
I will. Just you suggest to people sometimes
that they borrow others' faith and confidence when they don't have enough of their own.
Stop.
Do it.
No. I have a purpose.
No, I don't like it.
So what have you entertained in your imagination?
Oh man, the home that we're going to have in Puerto Rico with a large outdoor living area with a large covered area, even though it's outdoors. I want a very large covered area, like the whole living room outdoor area is covered. Okay. You know, and either looking out.
Go ahead.
Even looking out at the pool or the beach area. Okay.
And I was looking at just those what do they call them? Casitas. I was looking at a casita, and I was looking and thinking, you know what? They're very nice and they're very pretty. They are not enough house for me, and I don't want it to just be that little.
Casitas typically the people that we see that on the shows with casitas, they're not the ones that's buying the casita. They're the ones renting casitas.
Yeah,
they buy the casitas to have rental income.
I don't care. I don't want any casitas.
Me either. Okay? I don't want to be taking care of the renters.
No, I don't want a casita. I want a big old house. And I want it to be close enough to the water to walk to the water, but I don't want it to be close enough to the water to be in the water after the first hurricane.
It'll be back a little bit.
Yes.
You can see it and walk to it.
Yes.
And, you know, a less than 5-minute walk.
Yes.
Okay, but you don't need to be on it.
No, thank you.
But being willing to see that, being willing to imagine that makes it real. That brings you closer to it. Every time that we are willing to imagine, I'm talking about every time we're willing to imagine and willing to write it down and willing to read it again and again and again and see it again and again and again, and it moves you closer and closer and closer to it. Your brain is trying to prove you right. So the things that your brain accepts, they try to configure your whole world to make you right in what you thought.
That's right. Melissa loves that word, anastrophic.
That's right. Yeah.
When your imagination and your anastrophic philosophy meet, woohoo!
Your subconscious, your brain, they try to put you in positions to make what you thought true. And that's good.
It is good. It's an amazing opportunity for your life to change.
So are you willing to continue to use your imagination? Do you believe you need to take your imagination out of a closet, maybe, and dust it off and use it again and exercise your imagination? What are you willing to imagine for your life or go for? What are you willing to go for? Is there something else that you're willing to go for or strive for or make happen in your life?
Absolutely. Well, I used my imagination to begin to imagine improving my health.
Okay.
Because there are some elements of my vision of myself that didn't line up with reality in the way that I wanted them to. And I decided that I wanted to redesign it.
So can you imagine the fit, Lisa? Can you imagine a fit Lisa running up onto the stage to tell her story? Late last night, did you get the message? We got an invitation to submit ourselves as a storyteller for a festival that's upcoming in Charlotte. And, I think we're great storytellers, Lisa and I. I got a story that I could tell. Today is the deadline for us to apply. Should we apply? They sent it to us last night late. You know what? We don't have enough storytellers. Who do we know that can tell good stories? How about Brian and Lisa? Yep. So that's one thing came to me. Actually, another thing came to me yesterday.
Okay.
TEDx Charlotte is going to be here next spring, March and April. But you got to apply by August the 30th. It's only 5 days from now. You got to apply within this time for TEDx Charlotte.
How long does it take you to apply?
It don't take long at all.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about what do I want to talk about. Should I do the TFE for how to appreciate the man?
Yes.
Thank him, forgive him, and edify him? Or should I talk about why you should sell yourself and your services to the world?
You can't.
I can't? Why not?
You can't give sales-related talk in a TEDx.
But I should talk about the TFE, okay?
Yeah.
Mark Greer, top of the morning to you as well. Mark posted on Facebook a really, really interesting exchange he had with a lady who says, Mark, do you want to be more famous? Or do you want to be more liked? And he was like, nah, I just want to be Mark. And she goes, do you want to be more successful? I've been successful every day of my life. Mark, we're talking about you and your imagination. What are you willing to imagine? Paraphrasing from two places. The Einstein quote, how imagination is everything. And the second part of the powerful scripture, faith is the substance of things. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Your imagination is not seen by anybody but you. That's what we're talking about. What's what you have that others can't see. And I love that, understanding that my imagination, I've been given my imagination, but no one else can see it but me. It's mine. It's uniquely mine. And why is it uniquely mine? Because God gave it to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just thinking about that comment that you said, Mark and the lady were having. So even in that conversation, I think that success is, when somebody says, do you want to be more successful? It depends on who that's coming from, because success is relative. We get to decide what constitutes success in our lives. And sometimes success has different markers depending on what the challenge or obstacle or opportunity that we're dealing with in our lives.
Amen. Melissa Price can't help it. She wants to hit it. Mark Greer is under a groove. He's getting down just for the funk of it. And then she put some emojis.
A microphone, dancing, music, and it looks like a maraca. I don't know.
Okay, could be all of those things.
Or guitar.
Let's go with that. She couldn't wait till the time. It's too fun to wait. That's why. Okay, so
I actually had some songs in my head in the last part of my sleep this morning. I was like, I'm not ready for y'all.
Oh my God, it's getting to you too. Today at 2:00, I am so excited about what I get an opportunity to do today. I have been promoting it. I've started a series I call the Four Only series. Four Onlys. Okay, because in my career, my 29 years of helping people to sell better, I've helped people to sell all kinds of different industries. All kinds of them, mostly with services though, not much product, but all kinds of different services. And because so much of selling is communicable, it'll work in this industry, that industry, that industry. But there's still some language things. There's some industry specific things. So I've launched this Four Only series. Last week, Wednesday, I did a sales training for real estate professionals only. This Wednesday, today, I am doing a sales training for coaches and consultants only. Today at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, coaches and consultants only. This is a free public selling your services workshop. I'm not going to do one next Wednesday. The last 2 Wednesdays of the month, next one I'll be doing is for insurance and financial services professionals. That's the third Wednesday in September. But today I'm excited about having an opportunity to do it. It's not too late to register if you haven't. And the registration is on my page and other places too. Sister, according to Jacqueline, what?
She says, I love using my imagination. It keeps me childlike in heart and godlike in my creativity. And because I'm very mindful about what I allow into my eye gate and into my ear gate, I imagine the most amazing things all time, both for myself and others. Absolutely.
Amen. Reading what Sister Jacqueline says, she loves using her imagination and it keeps her childlike in heart and godlike in creativity. Wow, what an amazing thought to me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And one of the things that I get to use my imagination for others a lot as well. I get to implement the things that are in their imagination and help them to manifest it into this sphere.
Good morning, Miss Felicia Gardner. How you doing?
Hey, Felicia. Good morning.
You and your imagination, Felicia. That's what we want to talk about today.
You and your imagination.
How do you use it? Brother Mark Greer says,
our imagination also allows you to call forth those things that be not as though they were. Absolutely. Personally, I imagine any and everything. Life is full of infinite possibilities, and we should allow our imagination to be infinite as well.
Love it. Love it. Doesn't it, allowing our imaginations to be infinite as well, doesn't that require a degree of courage? To allow your imagination to be infinite? Doesn't it require a degree of courage, a degree of, I don't really like the phrase intestinal fortitude because I can't think of the proper parallel to those words. It's something within you.
Guts. That's
guts.
What intestinal fortitude means.
Yeah, but guts doesn't seem big enough. Okay.
Try to live without some guts.
I don't want to live without them. But something within you that you're willing to imagine big. I think it takes some courage, some discipline, some determination. And there's a word that means discipline and determination and within a person. I just can't come up with the phrase right now, but there's a phrase for that other than intestinal fortitude.
I like intestinal fortitude because I know how much connected the head and the gut are together. And the intestinal fortitude phrase came in conjunction with a lot of like police work. And as they were saying, like, what does your gut tell you?
I thought it was military term.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. What does your gut tell you? Because there are certain indicators in your gut as to whether or not something is right or it just doesn't sit right.
That's true. How many times have you not listened to your gut feeling and you realize you should have? Your gut told you that person was not of good report. That person was not
for you.
You felt it in your belly.
Yeah.
But you said, no, I'm going to do it anyway. And it turns out you should have listened to your initial gut. Some people call it your conscience. Let your conscience be your guide. Okay. That's another reason why I think it's a good indicator of a person's character if kids and dogs like the person. Little kids, they're so honest. If little kids find something wrong about you, there's something wrong about you. If dogs want to approach you and play with you, there's something wrong with that person. That's how I feel about it. Okay. Like babies really like me. Anybody's baby. If I hold your baby, the baby's gonna like me.
Linda says, sometimes I have wild thoughts and then it happens.
Wild thoughts. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. You know that jam?
Yes.
What's that kid's name?
I don't know who sings it.
Tyson Billison type.
I don't know. Beverly says intuition.
Yeah.
Is one of those things. Absolutely.
Wow, wild thoughts.
But your imagination is an integral tool in your tool belt. It's a resource.
If you're willing to use it.
It's a resource. When you come up against a challenge or against a situation that seems to have no answer, let your imagination go wild with it. But remember that you get to point your imagination. You get to point your imagination.
What do you mean you get to point it?
Well, because I think that so often we forget that prayer and worry are cousins.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we start our imagination out thinking of how to resolve this issue, but we allow our imagination to go into the place of how it's not going to work. And those are so important to even how we evaluate on Wednesdays, right? We think about what we could have done differently to make sure that we control and contain how we allow our imagination to address those things.
Sister Felicia Gardner, I can see this happening in your family. She says, my imagination is unlimited. It has kept life so interesting. I am a creative director, but also had me exploring beyond my own abilities as well as others. My kids may think I'm crazy in some things I do, but they know it's just mom's magic, LOL. And I understand mom's magic. How can mom make this happen? Okay, but she do. Dr. Deborah says, sometimes I enlist others to help me imagine. I think that's a strength. Sister Beverly says, Brian, I believe that was DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled what?
Wow thoughts.
It could be. Yeah, it could be. But I was listening to it in the car with my son. He said it's Bryson Tiller or something like that. Mm-hmm. Kids say one of the parts of it. But you're probably right. DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled. Now, it's my son's favorite DJ is DJ Khaled. My 18-year-old son, that's his favorite DJ still.
Okay.
Yes. So you're not hip to what's going on like I'm hip to what's going on, Lisa.
Yes.
I'm down with what's up to date. You know, I'm up to date with the kids. See.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, my son does use language I'm still struggling with. Even when he's upset, he still uses the jargon. See, that's cap. You capping. You know what cap is?
No.
The meaning changes, but it typically means lie. No lie. Okay, cap. No cap.
I didn't know what that meant.
So you got to use your imagination. So I am imagining an amazing outcome with my live workshop today at 2 p.m. I'm imagining, and I have every reason to believe this is going to be true, that everyone that shows up is going to be wonderfully blessed. That's how I see it turning out. And I have a right to imagine that because I've done it before. I prepared for it. I'm looking forward to it. I've done everything I need to do for it to be wonderfully successful.
Amen, Brother Mark. Brother Mark goes on to say, imagination is also God's way of letting you know what's possible.
Say it.
If it were not possible, your mind would not have gone there. The imaginations many times is on a spiritual level. Imagination can be synonymous with all things are possible. The ability to imagine opens the door to dreaming. The dream leads to vision, and the vision becomes a reality. And that's just my thought.
Amen. And I thank you for giving us one. Mark gonna give it to you. He's gonna give it to you. Mark gonna give it to you.
Absolutely.
That's coming from X gonna give it to you. DMX. I play DMX in the house, y'all. Every now and then. What?
All the daggone time. And I like DMX is not the most soothing stuff that's going on.
Oh, don't give me that, because the other day I played soothing stuff in the morning. He's like, don't do that no more.
No, you played romantic stuff in the morning.
I started off with Lovely Day by Bill Withers. That's a great morning song, right?
What's wrong with that?
I didn't What's wrong with Lovely Day by Bill Withers? That's a morning song.
And then you played.
I played songs like that.
No, you did.
Yes, I did. That's nothing wrong with that. At least
I like Lovely Day.
That's not morning star music. Don't do that no more. And then I was over there crying, see?
Melissa, like your comment, Brother Mark. I actually enjoyed it as well.
When I wake up in the morning, love.
I have to control him.
The sunlight hurts my eyes.
Tarnez, please. Please. The Marvin Gaye, it was too much. I was changing my visions and I was moving to productivity, and he was in woo woo.
I was not in woo woo. I was just playing good music. Ugh.
Not ugh.
Ugh. I didn't get to Marvin Gaye that morning.
No, you didn't, because I shut it down.
She was being a bully.
Good gracious.
I'm excited about it, though. I'm ready to go. So we've done some treadmill time. We've talked about imagination. We spent some time with you. This is a good time for us to thank you guys for showing up. The way we thank you for showing up on this show here is some of you guys have been rocking with us for years. And some of you guys are consistent contributors. And the way we thank them is with a greeting song or a greeting logo. Up first today is Dr. Deborah Dunstan. Now, her and Miss Phyllis, they got in like boom, boom right away. So it was like a race to see who's going to be first. But actually, Dr. Deborah won. And her greeting jam is
thank you, Tardes. He
Tardes
said, stop it,
Brian. With a heart. Let's read Felicia's too. She says, my songwriting abilities are definitely inspired by real experience as well as my imagination, with exclamation points. I will have continual content to create songs and stories for days, and will continue to use it and inspire others. Bring it, Miss Phyllis. Bring it. I mean, Miss Felicia, bring it. So come on. Up first is Dr. Deborah Dunstan.
Dr. Deborah, healing and deliverance coach.
Good morning, Dr. Deborah. Up next is Miss Phyllis George. Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day.
Hey,
and Miss Phyllis has threatened us, saying she's going to come through our hood.
Well, she got the grandbaby coming up soon, so maybe she'll be down here for that. Glenda's riding on the freeway in makeup in her pink Cadillac.
Good morning, Miss Glenda. How you doing?
Glenda's been getting it up, getting outside, getting her walk on. Woohoo! Every day she be out there with me.
Tardes Green is on. Do it, baby. Do it. Do it, baby. Do it, baby. Do it, Tarnes. Yeah.
Woo!
Oh, good morning, Tarnes.
Jacqueline Rosie, pretty little girl that I adore. You're the only one my heart beats for. I'm so glad that you are mine.
I'm still warmed up by Jacqueline post the other day when she said that she manifested the empowerment duo into her world. Sister Jacqueline, I love that thought. Thank you again.
Hey, Vivian, I'm glad you made it.
It's Vivian Reed.
Whoa, Vivian. Vivian Reed is here. Vivian Reed is here, and now the show can go on.
Oh, good morning, Miss Vivian. Go away. Katura Green is here. Back to life. Back to Katura Green.
However do you want it? However
do you need it?
Do you need it?
Good morning, Miss Katura Green. You and your imagination.
That's right. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany Thomas. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany.
It's your
time. It's your time. Yeah.
Good morning, Miss Brittany Thomas. How about the heel slides, y'all? If y'all haven't caught the video.
Of Brittany getting her PT on. Come on
therapy.
Through.
Heel slides. So she laid down and slide her heels. Come on, y'all. It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. You remember? Dun, 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 dun,
yes. Yes.
Hey, Dr. Beverly.
Dr. Beverly's here. Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly. How you doing?
Hey, well, we know Melissa is trying to put it all back together. That mommy day, it's all right.
Bam, 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 bam.
Melissa's on. And now it's time for us to
sing her song.
Melissa's on.
Good morning, Miss Melissa.
Absolutely. Author Lynette.
Good morning. She says good morning to everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
At this table we sit.
Making it legit.
Because when Lynette hits the show, good morning, Miss Lynette. How you doing?
That's right. Mark.
Mark Greer's here.
Yeah.
So wide you can't get around it.
So low you can't get under it.
So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove, getting down just for the funk of it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now. I think Mark Greer's jam is becoming a crowd favorite.
Good morning, Felicia. We love you.
You're the one for me. Good morning, Miss Felicia Gardner. How you doing?
Absolutely. How are you? I think we got everybody, baby.
Okay, good. So I love this crew that we have here. Don't be afraid to share it. Don't be afraid this show. Don't be afraid to click on the emojis, the likes and loves and all those kinds of things. Those help us with this show. But we want our kind of people to come in. So if you refer people, refer our kind of folk in here.
Brenda made it. And I got to hug Brenda.
When did you get to hug Brenda?
Saturday.
Okay, yes, you did.
Yes, I did. Ms. Vivian said Brian really has a grip on Mark's song. Yes, he does.
I guess I do.
That's right. Brenda said, baby.
Ms. Vivian says, I miss my bright spot of the day.
Not I.
Okay, not I. Okay. It's tricky to buy a home or sell a home. Don't do it alone. Choose Brenda.
Hey, choose Brenda. It's tricky to buy a home, choose the home, do the alone, choose Brenda. Hey,
choose Brenda. That's right. It is tricky to buy a home or sell a home.
It is tricky.
You know what? I love calling Miss Brenda to ask her stuff about real estate things because she's ready. She studied to show herself approved. So, Miss Brenda, so you know about real estate here. What about real estate over in the Caribbean? You know anything about real estate in Puerto Rico? Because when I did a search a couple of days ago, is it a buyer's or seller's market in Puerto Rico? And the feedback I got from a couple of different articles is still a seller's market there. I mean, buyer's market there because it's still recovering from the Hurricane Maria and people are leaving the island.
Yes. And you want to make sure that you buy a property that's actually on the top of the water and not under the water.
That's true. But here in the state, in the contiguous states, it's very much a seller's market. You have to pay list price or above to get the homes you want. So I need to have that conversation with Brenda. Okay. if she knows anything about that. You know,
we are looking forward to just continuing to build, grow, and just share our time with you guys. We love stimulating our imagination with these conversations.
Imagine a great rest of the year. Come on, imagine a great week. The rest of this week. It's only Wednesday. We say it on here all the time. One day can make your whole week, and one week can make your whole month,
and 1 month
can make your whole year. Come on, man. Every day matters, man. Get hyped. Imagine the desired outcome. Write it down.
Write the vision and make it plain.
So that they can see it and run to it.
Yes.
Who's the they?
I love it. The they is you, and everybody's supposed to be running with you.
That's right. I like it. You know, guess who you work for? You really work for everybody that's in your chair right now and everybody that's impacted by the work you do, like the people in your house and all that kind of stuff. They're impacted by how effective you are at your game. And because you understand that you work for yourself all the time, you can give yourself a raise whenever you decide to. And your raise becomes effective as soon as you do. And you have a lot to do about when your raise becomes effective.
Thank you, Felicia. What a nice thing to say. She says, you guys give me life every morning when I tune in. Empowerment Duo Vitamin for the day.
Empowerment Duo Vitamin.
Take your vitamins. And Dr. Deborah says, I'm imagining that one month.
I mean, in my career, there's twice where 1 month actually made my whole year. Once was in an August. I was struggling every month up until that August. And when that August hit, I did as much in that August as I had done up to the whole year up until that point. It's just like the moon had aligned for that one August. And that 1 week can make your month. I had one Christmas holiday. The time between Christmas and New Year's that week killed it. Oh my God, it was amazing what I was able to do in 1 week as far as selling goes. And it was like all the money was out there, but everyone else who could go get it decided I'm chilling this week. And I was the only one out there working. It just killed it.
That is exactly right.
So you get these examples in your life, you know?
Absolutely. I think it's important to leverage those days, those times in your life.
I mean, I was buying up some stuff too. After that week, man, I started buying clothes. I bought like a bunch of dressy vests and things like that, man. I was just buying up stuff because the sales too, the clothes were really, really marked down, you know, because it was after Christmas, and I was killing it. So we're the Empowerment Duo Vitamin. I'm gonna take that for today. That's my thing for today. I am looking forward to those of you who have a business that you can believe can be global and interested in having a global business. Every Wednesday at 12 p.m., Lisa and I host a group called Virtual Team. V-Team Empowerment is what it is. And if you want to be a part of that, it's free to visit. You can visit twice. And come let us know. We'll give you the details so you can be a part of that. But that's what we're doing at noon today. And it's always 1 hour from 12 to 1. Absolutely. The president of the club is amazing. He's a really nice guy. You guys will all like him. He's articulate. He's sharp. He's fun. He's funny. Handsome, too. He looks a lot like me. Sounds a lot like me. He's me. Okay. And
Brenda said, Lisa, I wore my shirt yesterday. Yes, Brenda had on her bling shirt, baby.
Bling shirt. Okay.
Yes. She said, everyone loved it. Good. It's a one of a kind. I shall not make any more.
What does the shirt say?
It says, everything I touch turns to soul.
With a real estate house.
With a real estate sign.
Yes, everything I touch turns to soul.
Everything I touch turns to soul.
I like it too.
Absolutely.
It's 9:52. We get ready to get out of here in a couple of minutes. I'm hoping that you found some value today. I'm hoping that you're gonna choose to activate your imagination.
Absolutely, and I think it's worth it. It's worth spending some time in thought in your imagination. Allow your imagination to actually run wild, and then take notes. Find out where God took you and take notes and see where you're supposed to be. Yes.
So these 2 hours, I'm gonna use these 2 hours to prepare, because I got 2 hours to, brush up on my talk today and go through my slides, or I could go back to bed, or I could go have a cigar. Last night, I chose the wrong cigar before I retired, baby.
To go with your wine.
We were drinking wine last night, Lisa and I. So I chose a not timid, it's not the right word. More tame cigar. Wasn't really flavored, but it was really, really mild. And so, because I thought it would pair well with wine. But I finished the cigar, and it was time to go to bed, but I didn't get enough cigar in me. So... And some of you guys are not going to be able to relate to that because you're not cigar smokers. But you should be.
You should. There was actually, so I was watching, I know we're getting ready to sign out, but I was actually watching the 4400. And there was a cigar in there that increased your imagination.
What is this? The 4400, I don't even know what that is. Okay, but a cigar that increase your imagination?
Yes.
All cigars increase your imagination.
Absolutely, because cigars are a pensive exercise.
A pensive exercise? Why do you call it pensive?
Because you just sit and you think and you toke and you think and you toke.
Yeah.
And you work things out in your head.
And that's the other thing, too, that messed up my cigar last night. I took calls and I was answering emails, too, and I was sending stuff off. At 10:25, I was still doing that stuff with my cigar and trying to watch something too. So I should know better. I'm
sorry.
Why are you sorry?
That you didn't do better.
I didn't do a good job of it.
But today I started out my day properly, got those steps in, got my smoothie in, got my water in.
Lisa's been very disciplined and diligent about smoothies every day. she makes her smoothie and me one too, a green smoothie. So that's been much better for us.
That we've sneaked some things in that he wouldn't normally eat. So every day the smoothie has kale in it.
Yes.
It has turmeric in it. It has cayenne in it. And it usually has banana in it, so some potassium. And he drinks it every day.
Yes, I do. And I appreciate you making it.
And it doesn't kill him.
It doesn't kill me, no.
Kale is delicious. Get some kale in your life.
Kale is not delicious.
Kale
man.
is fantastic.
You know how kale is not delicious? You got to do all kinds of stuff to make it palatable.
No, you don't. Hey, Joseph Prigden, kale. I put kale in a what you got soup, and you love it.
Yes, Joseph Prigden, man. I like you so much. I wish you could come on here more often, Joseph.
Doesn't Joseph have another baby now? Didn't they get a new baby?
If he didn't, you better not say that. Good morning, Pastor.
Kale, turmeric, and charcoal.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Kale, turmeric, and charcoal are all, and what's the spicy one? Cayenne.
Yes.
Those are the secrets that are in there, and then everything else makes it taste good.
Anyway, it's 9:56. We're a minute late getting out of here. But Joseph, you popped in right before we get out of here. We want you every day, man, as much as you can come. The show starts at 9.
Absolutely.
Okay, and we want to get you your greetings songs.
Yes, we have another baby. It's so funny.
They do have another baby.
Yes,
okay.
we have another baby. And a new house.
And
That's
new
right.
house.
I did see the new house.
Congratulations.
Double congratulations.
A new baby in a new house.
Congratulations for you saying.
You probably needed the new house because of the new baby.
The new baby in it, right?
That's all right.
Awesome.
And Billy Bronco, you're the originator, man. You know we get out of here at this time.
Billy Bronco. Ho! We love you guys. Have an amazing day. And don't forget to have sex. Well, maybe